Have a nice day. Today is Tuesday, 4th of February 2025. February 4, 2025 marks a series of auspicious celebrations. The three sacred observances of Ratha Saptami and Narmada Jayanti and Brahma Sarvani Manvadi bring deep spiritual meaning to the day. Internationally, February 4th is celebrated as World Cancer Day, the day dedicated to raising awareness about cancer and encouraging its prevention, detection, and treatment. What is the goal of the World Cancer Day is to reduce the number of the cancer-related illness and deaths and the injustice of the preventable cancer suffering, reduce stigma and misinformation about the cancer, support those affected by the cancer. Who led the World Cancer Day? The Union for International Cancer Control (UICC) leads World Cancer Day. The UICC is the world's oldest and largest international cancer organization. Now, starting the newspaper with the world news, including Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu skips ceasefire talks deadline with the Hamas to meet the Trump. Prime Minister Modi invited to meet with the President Trump next week. White House official says Trump to sign order for United States to quiet United Nations Human Rights Council for funding for the United Nations Palestinian Agency. Senate confirms fracking executive Chris Wright as Trump's energy secretary. Proposed United States tariffs by Trump on Canada to be paused for a month, announces Justin Trudeau. United States deports Indian migrants using a military plane amid Trump's crackdown report. Going towards the Hindu newspaper, we have the United States deports migrants to India in a military plane, official says. The officials speaking on the condition of anonymity said the C-17 aircraft had departed for India with the migrants abroad but would not arrive for at least 24 hours. A United States military plane is deporting migrants to India, a United States official said on Monday, February 3, 2025, the farthest destination of the Trump administration's military transport flights for migrants. Trump administration and temporary deportation protection for 350,000 Venezuelans. The termination notice will go into the effect 60 days later. United States President Donald Trump's administration is handing protections that shield roughly 350,000 Venezuelans from deportation, leaving them with 2 months before they lose their right to work in the United States. Homeland Security KTC Noima's order affected 348,202 Venezuelans living in the United States with the temporary protected status slated to expire in April month. That is about a half of the approximately 6 lakh who have been protection. The remaining protections are set to expire at the end of September. Going toward the Hindustan newspaper states that the United States sent the first military flight with the migrants to India. A United States military transport aircraft is deported immigrants to India, the first such flight since the United States administration began sending back illegal immigrants, in line with the President Donald Trump pledges to crack down on immigration. An unnamed United States official told the Reuters late on Monday that a C-17 aircraft had departed for India with the migrants abroad but would not arrive for at least 24 hours. The official did not hear further details. There was no word on the development from the Indian officials. The number of people on the deportation flight could not immediately be ascertained. A C-17 heavy lift transport aircraft can carry up to 130 people. White House official says Trump invited Prime Minister Modi to the United States 10 points on the proposed trip. Donald Trump with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. United States President Donald Trump has invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit the country next week. Reuters reported citing a White House official who was granted anonymity to discuss the official visit did not provide further details. Now, going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, India's ambitions to break into the SMR value chain, the three big enablers in the budget. India's ambitions to enter the global manufacturing value chain of small modular reactors is getting the institutional backing needed to catalyze the move, with the three key policy enablers flagged by the government in Budget 2025. The first step is the creation of a separate vertical within the Department of Atomic Energy with the explicit objective of the fostering private participation in what is now an overwhelming state-controlled Indian nuclear establishment. Ajay said higher revenue spending commitment constraining capex availability of some states. Economic Affairs Secretary Ajay said also underlined the need to bring the adaptation measures on climate change very much into the focus, saying that some of the budget announcements for agriculture have been a move toward the direction aimed at the risk of the extreme weather events. How much the government borrows in a current year is relevant from the perspective of the how much is left for the private sector to borrow because of the saving pool is limited. Income tax TDS relief in budget could bump up bank depositors by up to rupees 45,000 crore, says Financial Service Secretary. These measures are bound to leave more money in the hands of the people, which they may spend, invest, or save. Additional deposits will increase the banking system's liquidity, reducing dependence on high-cost borrowings, Nagarjuna said in a post-budget interaction with the journalists. According to the Science and Tech, we have Trump orders launch of a United States sovereign wealth fund to potentially save TikTok. TikTok is facing down a United States law that orders the company to divest from the Chinese owner ByteDance or a panel in the United States. United States President Donald Trump on Monday signed an executive order aiming to kickstart the creation of the United States Sovereign Wealth Fund. U.S. President Donald Trump on Monday signed an executive order aiming to kickstart the creation of the United States Sovereign Wealth Fund that he said could be used to save TikTok. Other countries have sovereign wealth funds, and they are much smaller countries, and they are not the United States. Trump told reporters after signing the order. A sovereign wealth fund is a state-owned investment fund that manages a country's excess reserves, typically derived from the natural resource revenues or trade surpluses, to generate long-term returns. Elon Musk created confusion about the deleting government agency ATNF that worked on the taxpayer tech that crops had been deleted, Elon Musk wrote. Billionaire tech mogul Elon Musk posted on the social media site that he has deleted 18F, a government agency that worked on the technology projects such as the IRS's direct file program. Billionaire tech mogul Elon Musk posted Monday on his social media site that he had deleted 18F, a government agency that worked on the technology projects such as IRS direct file program. This led to some confusion about whether direct file is still available to taxpayers, but their free-wheeling program is still available, at least for the coming tax seasons. While Musk's tweet may have intimated that the groups of workers has been eliminated, an individual with the knowledge of the IRS workforce said a direct file program was still accepting tax returns. The individual spoke anonymously with the Associated Press because they were not authorized to talk to the press. As of Monday evening, ATNF website was still operational, as was the direct file website, but the Digital Services Agency's X account was deleted. The IRS announced last year that it will make the free electronic tax return filing system permanent, and asked all the 50 states and the direct district of the Columbia to help the taxpayers file their returns through the program in 2025. Arunachal Pradesh lost 110 glaciers in 32 years, study found. A glacial retreat rate of 60.94 square kilometer per year threatens disastrous outburst floods, the study indicates. A new study has been revealed that a section of the eastern Himalayas in Arunachal Pradesh lost 110 glaciers in 32 years. The study by a quarter of researchers also found that these glaciers, covering an area of 309.85 square kilometer, disappeared at a retreat rate of 16.94 square kilometer during the study period from 1988 to 2020. The retreat exposed bedrock and created glacial lakes, threatening glacial lake, outburst floods, geologists. Lastly, there is a famous personality of India, that is Rabindranath Tagore, anglicized as Rabindranath Tagore, who is actually a Thakur. Was an Indian Bengali polymath. Was born on 7th of May, 1861 up to 7 August 1941. Who worked as a poet, ballet writer, composer, philosopher, social reformer, and a painter of the Bengal Renaissance. He reshaped Bengali literature and music as well as the Indian art with the contextual modernism in the late 19th and early 20th century. Author of the profoundly sensitive, fresh, poetic poetry of Gitanjali in 1913, Tagore became the first non-European even to win the Nobel Prize in any category, and is also first lyricist to win the Nobel Prize in literature. Tagore's poetic songs were viewed as a spiritual mercurial, while his elegant prose and magical poetry were widely popular in the Indian subcontinent. He was a fellow of the Royal Ascetic Society, referred to as the Bard of the Bengal. Tagore was known by the Supreme Gurudev, Kovi Guru, and Biswa Kovi. Tagore modernized Bengali art by spawning rigid classical forms and resisting linguistic structures. His novels, stories, songs, dramas, and essays spoke to topics political and personal. Gitanjali song offering Gora faded feast and Garibari, the home and the world, and his best known works and his verses, short stories, novels, and were acclaimed or panel for their lyricism, colloquialism, naturalism, and naturalism contemplation. His compositions were chosen by the two nations as the national anthems. India Janaganamana and Bangladesh Amar Surahar Bangla. The Sri Lankan national anthem was also inspired by his work. His song Bangladesh Mati Bangla Chol has been adopted as the state anthem of West Bengal. Rabindranath Tagore says a very famous quotation. He says that everything comes to us that belongs to us if we create the capacity to receive it. Okay, thank you.